The Thunder is the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. It's a one-game reprieve at home for the Kings, here with their Sacramento fans and then back on the road. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Thunder. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the three. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
You know, when you look at the Thunder in their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And stolen by Cousins. Up the floor. Takes the 13-footer. Green for 2 points.
And a final note on the Thunder defense. A lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge shots. And they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
And it's Rondo in the corner. All sorts of time. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Rondo's got his first basket. It's Westbrook with the drive. And the rejection by Cousins. And now here comes Gay leading the break. Cousins dishes to Cauley-Stein. They get a hand on it. Ibaka with the ball. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. Corner shot. Westbrook, no good.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And it's Rondo penetrating. And he gets it to go.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here is Ibaka. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Adams. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Robertson. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. They get the rebound. Here's Gay. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Foy's checked in. Now, here is Foy. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Cantor. And that one's good. Here's Sacramento. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist from Gabe. 6 points for Rajon Rondo.
just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bringing it
sir.
down hard.
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
From deep, McLemore. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Gay with the block. They recover it. Dishes it to Foy. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Cantor. Raiders on the wing. And that's not going to go. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Kings ahead, up by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Cauley Stein. And it's Rondo in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now the pass to Gay. It's stolen by Foy. Here's Waiters. Can't get it to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
From deep, McLemore. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And Waiters kicks to Ibaka. Left side, Adams. Rebound by the Kings. Outside, Rondo. Here's Cauley Stein. And he goes in for the dunk.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
That's good.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And it's Rondo penetrating. It's stolen by Ibaka. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Morrow leading the charge. Raiders no luck.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Cauley Stein passes to Cousins. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Kings lead by 9.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to give them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Caspi, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. 14 feet away. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Roberson. To the inside. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Cantor. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And not known as a rim rattler. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, Greg, with his length, he doesn't have to go far to get to that
point.
rim.
I'll tell you what, guys, he got it right there without a problem.
It's taken away by Collison. Now here's Collison, the fast break opportunity. Cousins dishes to Collison. That's short off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on this. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap. Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
Now here's Collison. Can't connect from short range. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook with the bucket.
Running it right down their throats. 3 straight buckets in transition.
Yeah, and they're paying the price right now for the lackluster defense. For me, that's inexcusable.
Out left to the wing. Now Bellinelli. He gets it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Kings lead by 4. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
And I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he'll break them out as we start heading down the stretch. I'm sure of that.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Stolen by Collison. Here's Bellinelli. That's good. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Durant drawing the double team. Here's Roberson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. First one falls for him. And so he hits both. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Collison. Westbrook with the nice D there. The Thunder shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Here's Durant. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
The shot by Bellinelli, no good. Thunder trailing by 6. And Ibaka kicks to Roberson. The dish now to Westbrook. Shot from 16. And he can't bank that one in. The Kings have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team.
It's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. The Thunder also changing it up. Dion Waiters checked in for Durant. Morrow comes in for Andre Robertson. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. Count that one, and the Kings lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Foy.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That 3 off the mark.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Almost intimidating defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Now here's Cousins. 10 points for him. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Randy Foy is on the way. He's covered by Rondo. And the shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Kings shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Singler, he's checked in for the Thunder.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
Still a Kings ball.
Here we can get a look at Oklahoma City, Kevin, and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in rebounding, second in scoring. And they've also been extremely skilled in the art of the putback, second chance points. I mean, they're ranked number 2 in that particular category.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he's good on the second. Here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. He kicks it to Ibaka. There's 1:17 left here in the third quarter. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. 1:15 left to play in the third. Rondo passes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Rondo. Takes the 13-footer. Westbrook pulls it in. Thunder trailing by 5. Singler with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Here's Ibaka. Nice D from Cousins.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
.44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Rondo against Westbrook. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
It's blocked. Rondo dishes to McLemore. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Inside. And Cousins throws it down.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Seven seconds left to play in the third. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Shoots from the elbow. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Kings on top. They're up by 9. And we'll be back right after this. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Thunder trailing by 9. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's Kufis. Then there's Caspi. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Collison. There's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Misses the 3. Bellinelli's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Durant kicks to Ibaka. Kufis with the block. They get it back. Here's Durant. No luck. Great D that time from Collison. Sacramento leading by 7. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Feeds to Butler. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
And Sacramento has possession. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Here's Cauley Stein, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Now here's Gay. Cauley Stein passes to Gay. Six on the shot clock. Gay is doubled. Here's Cauley Stein. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Dion Waiters.
It's stolen by Adams. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And they double up Cousins. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Out to the wing. Cauley Stein kicks to McLemore. Pass to Cousins. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putdown.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, and we're seeing even more of it here late.
Now here's McLemore. 6 to shoot. Cousins with a screen for McLemore. The drive by Cousins. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Westbrook throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here. We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And he gets it to go. And now an 8-point Kings lead
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. Stolen by Gay. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Cauley Stein. No good on the fast break pull-up.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Cousins. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Timeout for Oklahoma City.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 8. 8 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play for down the road in another game, but whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
So it's Sacramento picking up the win even early on in this one.
T-Pain. Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got